Hello and welcome. This will be a reading for Capricorn. Welcome to the table, Capricorn. I have pre-shuffled the cards, but I will shuffle them again for you. I'll be using a 10-card spread with 5 cards along the top and 5 cards along the bottom row. I'll be talking about each one of those cards as they come out, and then I will overlay them with the second deck of cards and talk about those cards as well. I hope you like the flower from my garden. They're absolutely pristine at the moment and the crystals have been in their salt bath. I do hope you enjoy the reading. Let's get started. It won't take too long. Okay, first card out is the Page of Cups, the Sun in reverse, 6 of Pentacles in reverse, and the Fool in the upright position, and the 4 of Cups. On the bottom row we have the Ace of Cups, whoops, 2 cards. We have got the 3 of Pentacles in reverse, we've got the 6 of Wands in reverse, the Star in reverse, and the 2 of Wands in the upright position. Capricorn, let's have a look what's on the bottom of the deck. Okay, we've got the Lovers in reverse. All right, Capricorn, Page of Cups. This is someone waiting for new love. This could also be somebody coming in with a declaration of love. Some aspect of an emotional energy coming towards you, and it can also be yourself waiting for waiting for this to come in. It's quite a youthful energy, so you want something new. You would like something that's going to fill your cup, or somebody is coming to fill your cup. We've got the Sun in the reverse. So the Sun is about joy and happiness and contentment and well-being. So perhaps you're not feeling very joyous or very happy, or perhaps your health has been a bit low. It's definitely showing that you're not able to see the beauty of the world at the moment for some reason, or perhaps you're just not able to appreciate it fully. Here we've got the 6 of Pentacles in the reverse aspect again. So in the reverse aspect, it is usually associated with giving, an equal process of giving and sharing and receiving. So it's giving to those that you want to be able to give to if you can afford to, but having a little bit of balance where you are also receiving. So perhaps you're not receiving what you need at the moment, and perhaps you've been doing a little bit of overgiving rather than receiving, because it's showing here that you're not entirely happy. So things are not in balance. There's not enough sunshine in your life and not enough happiness in your life, and that could be also that you are unable to appreciate the things that are happening. You could be overwhelmed with other matters. You could be feeling a bit low, and in which case sometimes your appreciation goes down. Here comes this joyous, happy energy of the Fool. This is a new journey. As you can see, he's stepping out into the sunshine, totally carefree. Even though he's stepping off the end of a cliff here, he doesn't really care. He just wants his happiness, his freedom. So this is somebody who's searching for some freedom and for a new adventure, a journey, and just some new creativity, something new coming into their life. This is a card of despondency, 4 of Cups. Feeling a bit blue, a little bit disappointed, a little bit sad and disengaged. There's a new cup coming in. You need to look in that cup, and it could well be that that new cup coming in may be somebody coming in with some additional love, or it can be a friendship. It's not necessarily romantic love. It could be that there's a new friend coming your way, or somebody who you just connect well with. So do be careful that you are not feeling too glum and too low. If somebody asks you out to go for coffee somewhere, perhaps it might be better to go rather than to say, I don't feel very well at the moment, I'll put that off. Perhaps it's a good idea for you to go and just see what comes of it. Under this Page of Cups, you do have the Ace of Cups. So a new opportunity, a new love is coming your way, something that's going to make you feel happy and content. So that's beautiful energy. So that's double confirmation here that something is coming your way, or something will be coming into you that is going to make you feel joyous. It's not in the reverse aspect, so all of this is peace and joy and contentment. So that's wonderful. Capricorn, here we've got under the sun, we have the Three of Pentacles in the reverse aspect. So in the reverse aspect, I usually refer to this as the contract card. It can also be about collaboration with other people. In its negative aspect, it feels like something has gone wrong with a collaboration, perhaps with a friendship, perhaps with a contract. Perhaps all I can see in this card at the moment is the darkness. So something feels like it's slipped into the void, and there's disappointment there. And, you know, that can happen with contracts, and it can happen, as you can see, sometimes with a contract, or it can be a job. Something has fallen into the void. So that's all I can say about this card today. That's all I'm feeling, that something to do with a collaboration or a contract has fallen into the void. And that's perhaps what's giving you this overwhelming sense of being a little bit unable to see the sunshine in your life. You know, it's almost as if all you can see at the moment are the little checkers and the cross checks that you need to do, which is kind of like little jobs that need to be done, all sorts of things that need to be sorted out. Okay, here we've got the Six of Wands, which is often associated with victory. But in this case, because it's in the reverse aspect and it's under the Six of Pentacles. Now, six is usually associated with some sort of happiness, but because they're both in the reverse position, it's telling me that you're a little bit discontent, a little bit unhappy with a situation at the moment. So it feels as though you haven't quite, you don't have a sense of being happy going forward at the moment. And you know, there are people that talk about these people in the background perhaps having jealousy. So there could be some jealousy with the situation here. This person is wearing a green hat, the others are wearing red. So green is often associated with jealousy. And it could be, there's green here, so maybe somebody is wanting more from you than you're able to give. And sometimes you have that within a family dynamic where somebody feels a little bit more entitled. And perhaps you've got somebody in your family who feels a little bit entitled. But being entitled is an energy which is from the other person's side. So that doesn't mean that's your energy, in which case you need to find the balance. Underneath the Fool, we have this star. Again, this card is very much a card of freedom. I'll hold them both up together and you'll see there's this lovely clear energy around the person portrayed on the card. The Fool is stepping off into the sunshine. The star in this case is in the reverse aspect, but again, this is about the cosmos and the night sky and everything that's divine around you. And that's in the reverse aspect. So this is a gentle, perhaps not being able to see the beauty of the world at the moment. And that can happen if you're not well. Sometimes when you're not well, you're just struggling so much within yourself that it's very difficult to see the beauty of all the little things around you. Because this card here is asking you to take a look at the divine, all of the wonderful things that we've been given to admire, to enjoy, and to appreciate. But it's also a card of healing. So if you have been a little bit sick, this is pouring out the waters, and pouring out the waters tells me that the flow will resume. But it may be in a state now where you feel like everything is stagnated somewhat and you are not getting the flow that you would like through your life, or the flow of abundance that you want through your life. And here is the Two of Wands. And as you can see, this person is gazing at the globe, looking beyond their horizon. They need to make a decision. They're well dressed and ready. They're prepared. It just requires the first step. So it could be that you have got an opportunity to do something different. Perhaps you need to broaden your horizons. If a job has fallen through, that could be the case, in which case you're Your balance with your finances will be out, and you will feel as though you've fallen into a hole rather than having a victory. But do hang on, because a new opportunity is coming your way. It's guaranteed. The Fool card is here, so you will be starting something new. And the Star is telling you not to lose hope. Okay, it feels here as though perhaps you have lost a little bit of hope, but do hang on, because the Star card here is telling you not to lose hope. So something is coming towards you. Very soon, by the looks of it, you'll need to make a choice or a decision. If it's something quite different to what you're used to, look at it carefully before you say no. Here we've got this Lover's card in reverse. So in reverse, this can be a parting of the ways of two people, in which case it can be a broken contract. It can be a broken marriage. It can be also a break between your conscious and your subconscious that you can't see. It's kind of like you can't see the forest for the trees. Sometimes it's like you're so busy looking at your problems, you can't see anything beyond what's inside your house or your home, because there are problems mounting up everywhere. In which case you get this sense of this cloudy darkness, and if you look at it just like that, you'll see you've got this stormy turbulence and dark energy. So sometimes it feels like there's no hope. If something has fallen through or fallen apart, it's quite difficult sometimes to see this light, this new energy coming towards you. But new energy always keeps moving. The flow keeps happening. As you can see here, the flow continues, and the flow continues. Now you do have new energy and new hope and new love coming in. So that should turn your world around a little bit. So don't be despondent for too long. It does look like you've got a new opportunity. It may not be what you've expected. That's the other thing. Sometimes the new opportunity coming your way or your new enthusiasm will be in a direction that you haven't yet considered. So that could be the case as well. Let's clarify these cards, Capricorn, and see what else there is. Whatever you do, don't lose hope, okay? Just a little bit more shuffle. All the cards have been really well shuffled, but it's always nice to see it done, just so you can be assured. Okay, here we've got the World, so definitely an end of a cycle. Keep going. Queen of Cups in reverse. Three of Cups in reverse. Oops. The Moon in the upright position. Seven of Wands. King of Pentacles. Ace of Swords. Two of Swords. Knight of Wands. The Nine of Pentacles. And I'll show you what's on the bottom of the deck. What have we got there? We've got the Knave of Cups. So the Page of Cups. Again, the same as this one. Page of Cups coming in. So that is absolutely telling you that it's definitely coming in. We don't know what form that's going to take. Again, it's not clarified, and that's why they've put a fish there. So it's an emotional thing, but there is going to be some sort of emotion coming towards you, or an expression of emotion. There's a shell there, so on the bottom, shells always signify new opportunities of love coming in towards you, so that is quite a good thing. Okay, now we've got the World here on the Page of Cups. So this is a closing off of an old cycle. As you can see, you've got the circle here, so you have pushed right through. You've come through the end of a cycle. You are pushing into a new cycle. You will have new energy. This old closing off of a cycle can sometimes be a little bit sudden. You can suddenly pop through to the end, and there you are, and you find yourself in a space that you didn't anticipate. The time can move slowly, and then it can suddenly move very quickly. So all things are possible. It's definitely showing here that one cycle is closing off. but it does look like a new one is about to begin. So you've got the 2 here. So it is telling me that whatever it is, whatever you've given this, and again with this Lovers in reverse, I do think you've given that whatever you can, and it's over. Okay. We've got the Queen of Cups in the reverse aspect. So Queen of Cups is very loving and generous, but she expects a lot. She expects love in return of her standard. She expects a high standard of love. She expects a big commitment. She can be a little bit vain. She can sometimes be a little bit self-centered because she's very much wanting to fill her cup. And in the reverse aspect, I'm getting the feeling from this that this is somebody who is more preoccupied with their feelings than anything else around them. So it can be somebody who is like a beauty queen, somebody who may be having troubles adjusting to aging. It can also be somebody who needs to be reassured constantly that they're loved. So this energy in reverse can be a little bit difficult because it's a transformation card, as you can see. Normally in the upright position, that's when love is bountiful and free-flowing and generous. It will transform everybody around them because then that love is just so warm and generous. But if it's in the reverse aspect, a little bit like the sun, when the sun has gone behind the clouds, it's a little bit of that feeling of wish the sun would shine again. But if this person is very focused on themselves, it's rather interesting. In this particular portrayal, as you can see, the reflection of her face is in the cup. So she is very self-absorbed. So sometimes people can become a little bit too self-absorbed. It talks about self-care and self-love. Well, yes, you need to give yourself self-care and self-love. But it can also be somebody who perhaps spends, a high-maintenance woman. It can be somebody who spends an unbalanced amount of time taking care of herself and grooming herself and being occupied with how they appear on the outside. We've also got the 3 of Cups in the reverse aspect. So this is telling me that perhaps you're not out and about often enough, or you don't feel like partying, and you don't feel like celebrating, and you don't feel like going out very much. So this is about sharing with friends, caring and sharing and just letting go. Perhaps you need to do some more of that because it's in the reverse aspect. But if you've lost your job, or perhaps a relationship has broken down, then I can understand you don't always feel like doing that. Here is the moon. So the moon is telling me that there's something you don't know. I definitely feel like there's something you don't know. It feels like a smoke screen. We've had the lunar eclipse, which has been very bright and revealing, and sometimes it can bring up emotions that put you in a state of shock because it's all too hard to handle. So you could be dealing with emotions that are just too hard to handle at the moment, or there's something that you don't know. Whatever it is, it feels very intense to me, this card at the moment. I know myself, I found the last full moon very, very intense, and it's interesting because this to me would represent a Scorpio energy, and Scorpios can be very, very intense. Again, not revealing everything, so perhaps there's something you don't know, and if you're ready to start this new journey and there's something you don't know, I don't know whether you don't care about that or whether you need to make some more inquiries, because that's entirely up to you as to how you handle that. But it is saying there's going to be a new opportunity here to expand yourself and to move into a new area. Whether you choose to investigate further is up to you. Here we've got, on top of this 4 of Cups, so being a little bit despondent and disengaged and disconnected, we have this energy. You're tired of doing battle. You're tired of standing up for yourself. You're tired of the constant prodding and poking that people do. And, you're constant of these little small fights, and you know, he's carrying quite a big wand. He can defend himself if he wants to. It's in the reverse aspect. So it's telling me that you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed by the things coming towards you. So sometimes there's a whole series of little things that come towards you, and it just puts you off your balance for a while. Sometimes there's just too much to handle. So this is a sense of being overwhelmed. The fire in this case is not below where it belongs. The fire is at the top. So maybe some hot-headed arguments, some struggles, some squabbles, not necessarily squabbles. It feels more like prodding. So, you know, people prodding you, and that makes you irritable and angry. Here we've got the King of Pentacles. So I'll show you the card. If you get anything from these cards, take it as something that's trying to speak to you, because that's why I hold them up. So this is an Aries sort of an energy. You know, he knows what he wants. He's decisive. He's quick. He can manifest it. He puts it into action. Very secure with his finances. Knows what to do and is very determined to get his own way. He's very sure of himself. As you can see, he thinks about his money and his investments. But it's next to this cup. So it's possible that the person coming in towards you could be a business leader or a director or a boss energy. And it could be somebody who's quite wealthy. So this is somebody who thinks very much about investments and securities and finances and money. And they know how to make it happen. They know how to take care of it. But it's attached here to this Ace of Cups. So it could be that that's the person coming towards you. So look out for that. Here we've got this Three of Pentacles, and as I said, something feels like it's slipped into the void. Something is definitely broken. And this Ace of Swords is in reverse. It's pierced this hat and broken this hat. Instead of a breakthrough, it is actually something that is broken. And that could be, in this case, a contract that is broken. This is how I feel about this at the moment. So I feel like a contract is broken and it's gone into the void. It's definitely not a card that makes you feel very happy. And here we've got this strange Six of Wands in the reverse aspect, which is what I said. Perhaps there's this sense of entitlement, could be even jealousy, maybe jealous of your success. And here we've got the Two of Swords in the reverse aspect. So it does look like whatever situation you've come into, your heart is a little bit blocked. You've decided, no, I'm not letting anything in. That's enough now. I can't take any more. So rather than a decision, because you've got the moon going across his eyes there, you don't want to look at it now. You don't want any more emotions. You're just blocking your heart. You're shutting down for a little while. And that's fine. But it's interesting here that it's followed very closely by the moon. So decide if you do want to know something more, or whether you are just going to be disillusioned for a little while. And sometimes you need to just stay in that energy for a little while until you have adjusted to it and you have taken in the shock or the disappointment. Sometimes we need ourselves time to transform. And as you can see, the lobster hasn't completely come out of the water. He's half in and half out. So he's half in the energy and half out of the energy. So that can tell me that you're still processing something. So it's quite understandable that you have decided just to put the barriers up and just say, no, nothing's coming in for the time being. But here's this star, so trying to tell you to look at the world with hope and beauty and optimism, but you're not able to do that at the moment. And here we have this Knight of Wands. So new energy coming in. Soon there will be new enthusiasm and new passion. This is quite an enthusiastic energy. This is often referred to as the Player's card. But in this case, this is an energy, you know, coming in quite quickly. So be aware of that. This is not somebody necessarily who is going to last a long time. In the sense that they may not stay the distance, they may not stay with you, but it's definitely somebody who's going to come charging in full steam ahead and be quite enthusiastic and passionate. And you may just need that at the moment, because you're disengaged. But be careful if that's not what you want. Be careful that you don't become entwined with somebody that is not the person, not the kind of person you really want to be connected with. But once you start this and make this decision, either for a new job or a new opportunity or a new venture of some sort or a new destination, whatever that means to you, you will again find your independence. You will again find your stability and your self-worth and your self-respect, and you will be able to earn your money again, and you will be able to stand proud again. So it's, it looks like you've got some turbulence here in front of you, and actually it's quite interesting because this feels very turbulent. Both of these cards to me feel very turbulent, particularly that one this one in the reverse aspect feels very turbulent. Can you see that sort of, that cloud? That is a sense of turbulence to me. So whatever that's given you this turbulence, but you do have this new declaration coming in. And as you can see, there's a turbulence in the water below, and he's gazing into the cup, waiting for something new. And again, it's under the moon, as you can see. So it could be an illusion that you're daydreaming and wishing for something, but it is coming in. Whether you choose that this is the right person, this could just be a fling, but it may be just what you need to get you back on your feet again. That's for you to decide, but that's the energy here. This is not a stayer, probably not a stayer, but if that's what you're looking for, that's okay. Go ahead. As you can see, it's not really fertile ground beneath that horse. He's just galloping across open land. So he will be this person will be opportunistic. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, Capricorn. I think you'll have to work out what aspects apply to you. Don't give up hope. Whatever you do, don't give up hope. You will be able to see the sunshine and have some happiness again. You will want to go and celebrate with friends again. It does look quite opportunistic here, that you are getting, this is definitely telling me you've closed off a cycle, but definitely new energy is coming in towards you. So just wait and see what appears on the horizon. This may not be the sort of person you normally would attract, but this is also telling me somebody who's secure in their finances, who knows how to make ends meet, knows how to build their own little empire and to build the secure world around them. So that could be you, but it could be somebody coming towards you. So either way, you're going to have to decide what it is that this relates to. And sometimes the sun is referred to as a pregnancy. So if this was a pregnancy, perhaps this is a pregnancy that has not gone to full term, in which case the Queen of Cups would be terribly, terribly heartbroken. So I put that aspect out there because this is if somebody was if somebody was very happy about being pregnant and the pregnancy doesn't go to full term, then again you've got this transformation, in which case it's a negative transformation. It just feels like everything's lost. I can imagine that a woman who's lost a child or has a miscarriage, then that would be quite devastating. In which case, again, perhaps this is money you feel like it's been poured down the drain, or a complete loss. But whatever it is, this again makes me feel of this has an energy of sort of a loss. So that is one aspect that I thought I'd mention just in case. Okay, but again, here is this beautiful energy of abundance and self-respect, and this is a feminine energy. So you can look at the card, and if you look at the image yourself, you will understand the abundance and the self-respect and the dignity. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there, Capricorn. And you will also notice, just in case, this cat has a bird in a cage. So the birds are always signifiers of spiritual guides and spiritual wisdom. So companionship in the spirit realm. So you know that your spirit guides will be looking out for you. Okay, so thank you very much for watching, Capricorn. I hope you've enjoyed the reading. Bye for now.